Hoi, ik ben Koen en today I'm going to review the entry of the Netherlands at Eurovision 2022 as seen with the song De Diepte, which means the deep. On the 22nd of May 2021, S10 tweeted: "Schatjes, hoe gaan we ervoor zorgen dat ik volgens haar mee mag doen aan #Eurovision?" Which basically means, "Sweeties, how are we going to make sure that I'm going to participate at Eurovision next year?" And on the 7th of December, she was announced as the actual Dutch representative this year. A girl boss move, in my opinion. There's been some confusion on how to pronounce her name. Let me explain it. Her real name is Steen den Hollander, which basically translates to Steen the Dutchman, which is very fitting. You pronounce Steen as Steen, and 10 in Dutch is tien, pronounced as teen. So put an S in front of the 10 and you've got Steen, or S10, or S10, or Steen. You could keep going on like this, but that's how you pronounce her name. This is the first time since 2010 that the Netherlands is sending a song in Dutch to the Eurovision Song Contest. The Dutch entry in 2010 was Ik ben verliefd Shalali by Sineke, which did not qualify. So I guess you could say that Sineke became Steeneke. A really bad joke, I'm so sorry. I am personally really happy with the Dutch entry this year. I think it's really cool that in the last two entries, the Netherlands did not really necessarily only look at sending a song in English, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, sending a song in English when the official language of your country is in English. But I really like the fact that last year we had Sranantongo in the lyrics of our entry, and this year we've got an entry fully sung in Dutch. I really like the fact that the Netherlands is kind of experimenting with the languages, I guess. And I also really like the fact that despite the song being in Dutch, the song is received really well by international fans and international people. Like when it was announced during the artist announcement of S10 that the song was going to be in Dutch, a lot of people in the Netherlands were already saying that we weren't going to qualify because it's in Dutch. But I don't think we have to worry about that because, look, most people who don't speak Dutch usually say that Dutch does not sound pretty. It does not sound like a pretty language. And I get that. I kind of agree Dutch isn't the most pretty sounding language, but S10 makes it sound pretty with the diepte. That's also something I hear from a lot of international Eurovision fans, which makes me happy. Like, it doesn't sound like an aggressive language that I usually hear Dutch being described as an aggressive language. When I heard that the Dutch entry was going to be in Dutch, I became very excited because it showed that the Netherlands is not scared to take risks. And now that I've heard the entry, I'm really happy that I can say that despite the song being in Dutch, the Netherlands is a pretty safe qualifier. The Netherlands is participating in the first semi-final on the 10th of May. S10. Coincidence? I think not. Well, it's coincidence. It's probably coincidence. The first semi-final is a very strong semi-final, but I personally think that the Dutch entry is one of the entries that makes the semi-final a strong semi-final. Like, I'm pretty sure that the Netherlands is going to qualify, and I'm not saying that because I'm Dutch myself, but because I think this is seriously a really good entry, and a lot of people really seem to like this, international people. Currently, the Netherlands is on the 9th place of the betting odds, which doesn't really necessarily mean anything about the actual result yet, but I think it does show that the Netherlands is a really loved entry this year, and I think that the Netherlands does really make a chance of making the top 10. And personally, maybe that's my optimism, but I think that a top 5 placement doesn't sound unrealistic for the Netherlands this year, and that makes me happy. I'm happy that I can say this without sounding totally crazy. Yeah, I'm really happy that this is a possibility, the top 5, especially since the song is in Dutch, and it maybe also means that we'll get more entries from the Netherlands in the future in Dutch. Like, usually I'm not really a fan of music in Dutch, but songs like this I do like. Also, quick side note, usually I wear orange in my reviews of the Netherlands. In 2020 I didn't do that, and right now this is also the closest I got to orange. I'm sorry, but this is the closest to orange I could find. Kind of a tradition breaker, but I already did that in 2020 as well, so I don't know, I really should buy something orange, I think. Wait, does this work? Oh, no. Anyway, so to conclude, I'm really happy with the Dutch entry this year. I think it's really cool that we're sending something in Dutch this year. And I'm happy that the song is so well received that a top 10 placement is pretty likely. Maybe even a top 5 placement. I really hope that the top 5 placement is going to be the result of the Netherlands, and I think it's possible. And that's basically all I wanted to say for now. What do you think of the song? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you liked this video, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and hopefully until next time. Bye!